Well, we were connected thanks to the great folks at Hop Water, which you also have one of as well. How did you first learn about this great brand, which I've had a lot of cans of?
I've actually I learned about it through, believe it or not, through Amazon. I had no
Really?
clue. I had no clue who they were, what the deal was, but was training camp was like, hey, I was preparing for a fight, so I was like, I wanted to be able to relax. It was during football season as well. I want to watch the Saints. Want to be able to drink a beer, no calories. Don't want to get slammed. What can I do? Found Hop Water. I actually went through a couple different companies before I settled with Hop Water.
Wow. Do you have a favorite of the Hop Water flavors?
Mango for sure, hands down.
So is this the kind of deal where you invested in the company or you're a spokesperson or both?
Both. It's a deal where I found something that I actually use, so it makes sense to talk about, and something that I enjoy. So it's easy to talk about. It's easy to support. It's easy to take pictures and do stuff like that. Pretty much all my endorsements, my main endorsements are pretty organic like that. Like Samsung, I've been a Samsung user forever. I have Samsung stuff laying around all the time. I have their phone, their computers, and things like that. So it makes sense to endorse that type of stuff. Like a Celsius, the energy drinks. I was drinking Celsius, me and my wife, and I was, before they were cool, before they went public and started trading and things like that. So it makes sense. It's easy to use those type of products. And the same thing here with Hop Water. Like I was drinking Hop Water and trying to live a healthier life and not get slammed drunk every night. So it makes sense.
And you can't forget your sauces with the Heartbeat Hot Sauce Company, correct?
Oh yeah, for sure. Louisiana through and through. Hot sauce and cooking is something I'm very passionate about, and that's something I enjoy doing. And during the pandemic, the hot sauce just made sense to start.
So are you essentially a fighter that became a businessman or a businessman who all along knew that you could raise the capital through the fighting to being a long-term entrepreneur?
No, I'm a fighter first and foremost. Uh, who saw some opportunities, saw some gaps in the market, and jumped in. You know, like I'm telling you, being a user of these products, it just made sense. It wasn't like a whole lot of thinking going on when it came to to jumping on board or jumping in bed with these products. These companies, I like the people. They have a good vibe. I use the products, so it just made sense.
And as if all that wasn't enough, the Good Fight Foundation also, like, you have to have another venture on the table. What's going on with that great organization of yours, the Good Fight Foundation?
The Good Fight Foundation's booming, man. We're staying busy. We're always planning something, but we just sealed the deal with St. Jude's Children's Hospital, and we're going to be sponsoring their 5K run here in Lafayette, Louisiana for 2022. I believe it's going to be September in Sugar Mill Pond, so we're excited about that. I'm still in touch with kids who've been in that program and benefiting from that program. I brought a kid named Peyton Murphy out to my fight with Conor McGregor in Las Vegas, and I just worked out with him yesterday. We're still lifting weights and hanging out. He's got it's just inspiring to be around those kind of people. He's the real fighter. I can stop anytime I want. I don't have to do what I'm doing, but he wakes up every day and has to engage in this fight that he's in and so many others are in. It's just inspiring to see his mindset.
Yeah. So we've mentioned a few entrepreneurial things. We mentioned the nonprofit. You also happen to be this world famous fighter and a family man. So not a lot of free time. But when you do have free time, where does it usually go? Any hobbies, or you're just on the couch?
No, hang out with my wife and daughter. My free time is usually used as a training partner to other fighters, fights coming up. I find myself pretty busy all the time, man.
Right. Well, when you're training, what music do you choose to train to? Because sometimes I hear with MMA fighters, they go for the BPM, the high beats per minute, and other people just kind of want the opposite because they're not paying attention.
My go-to training music is probably East Coast hip hop. I really like New York rap. The lyricists there, J.R. Ryder, Joey Badass, Action Bronson. I mean, the list goes on and on and on of New York rappers that I enjoy listening to.
Something I couldn't figure out. The nickname Diamond. I've seen a social media post or two of you doing yoga. Does that mean you've done DDP yoga, Diamond Dallas Page's yoga at some point?
I do try to get into yoga class as much as I can. A long muscle is a strong muscle, but I've never done DDP yoga.
One day there's hope. Another thing that I'm super curious about, and you could just say no or next question, that is stupid. Do you ever look at a betting line or like who's the favorite in a fight that you're in? Does that even come on your periphery ever? Or like, do they keep that information from you all the time?
No, I'm now that sports books are legal in Louisiana, it's even easier. But I have a deal with my bookie. I bet every week. I bet every week on fights, not only on myself, but also on every fight out there.
Wow. Are you a parlay guy or do you go fight to fight?
Both. I got to do everything I can to put myself in position to win, man. And I do straight up bets for fights. I do parlays. I'm the crazy guy. I'll do 5 parlays, and hope for the best.
That is so refreshingly honest, because other sports, without naming names, are suspending its athletes who bet. So I guess UFC, it's okay.
Well, I mean, I guess as long as you're not betting against yourself, right? You're supposed to win it. You're supposed to win and fight and fight hard, but there's fights every weekend, and we're so closely in bed with these companies, with these betting companies, and the UFC's promoting the betting odds as the fighters are walking out. Just makes sense, and it's fun.
One other UFC question I have. I was watching 272 when it happened, and they dropped your name in there. I'm not going to ask how you feel about that. What I'm curious about is if you, at this point in your life, have 2 cell phones. You have the cell phone number that you'll give anyone you're in business with, and that includes all the people who are going to reach out when you're called out during a UFC thing, and then you have your real life cell phone. Like, are you at the 2 cell phone level yet?
So with the foundation, I do have 2 cell phones, but I don't carry them both around on me at all times. Nah, the people who have my actual personal cell phone number, when stuff like that happens with the pay-per-view, like you're talking about, they're not going to text me or call me. They know what's up.
But to kind of recap and throw a compliment your way, where you're at right now in giving back, being a renowned fighter that's very active and at a high level, having these entrepreneurial levels, being the family man, it sounds like you're living your dream on every level.
Yeah, man. Life is great. I would have never, 10 years ago when I was in the UFC 10 years ago, but 10 years ago, I would have never envisioned myself here, being a father, running businesses, the foundation. It's incredible. Life is great, man. I wake up every day so thankful. I practice gratitude, and my cup is overflowing. So I just wake up every day ready to rock and excited about what's next.
Well, 2 quick questions, and then you're a free man. First one has nothing to do with anything, but the first one, were you ever a fan of the band Van Halen?
Um, not crazy big, but I definitely know Van Halen, you know.
You hear the songs in the bars and whatnot. And then my last question is, besides your next fight, what's something we should be watching on television? Do you have a recommendation for a show that me and my wife should start?
Man. Catch up on Ozark. See, I was a late to the party with Breaking Bad and things like that. Like the seasons had already been laid down, so I was able to catch up and watch back to back. I'm thankful for that. Ozark, Breaking Bad. Jump on that. Get on Netflix and watch those two. Then hit me up.
Well, Hopwater, thank you for setting me up with Mr. Diamond himself. Thank you for your time, and really looking forward to whatever is to come from you, whether it is in an octagon, on my bookie, whatever it is. Of all the greatness there.
I appreciate it, man.
Thanks. Have a great rest of the day.
And you have my number too. So if you have any parlays you think are gonna hit,
Done and done. Thanks, Dustin. Take care.
my man.
Bye now.
Paltrocast.